I'm here in Philadelphia at the end of the No Kings rally to make a special rant. I'm here at the monument that was erected by the state of Pennsylvania in 1934 to commemorate all the colored African-American and people of color who have served in the wars of America up to the last one, which for them was World War I. And what you see is this statue that's represented by 6 different soldiers, sailors, Marines who served in the armed forces from the American Revolution till that day, and commemorates the soldiers and sailors today. And what I find amazing is that so much care and art and craft was put into this. On the front are the 6 soldiers and sailors. On the back are the 4 representatives of America. The goddess Minerva, or Athena, the goddess of war, the Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Bounty, and the Statue of Education and Literature. All of which right now is being attacked and destroyed. Even as we speak, Whiskey Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, and I throw that in air quotes, is removing the names of African Americans, and people of color from U.S. Navy warships and supply ships. Harvey Milk was the first elected gay representative in the state of California, but he was a Navy dive officer for years, deep sea dive officer, served honorably and was assassinated. They named a USNS ship after him, and they announced they're taking that name off. Medgar Evers was a U.S. Army soldier who landed at Normandy on D-Day and was part of the U.S. Red Ball Express, which supplied U.S. forces. He was a frontline combat soldier. He was killed during the American Civil Rights Movement. He was assassinated for speaking out, and they named a U.S. supply ship after him. They announced they are removing his name from that ship, and they are going to name it for a white service member. Harriet Tubman is arguably one of the greatest people in the American Civil War, not just because pre-Civil War she ran the Underground Railroad, but during the Civil War, she was a U.S. Army intelligence operative who brought white intelligence officers down into the South using the route of the Underground Railroad, took maps and drawings of Confederate positions because no one would pay any attention to a black washerwoman, and ran spies back and forth across Confederate lines. Not only are they not giving her the $20 bill, they want to remove her name from a U.S. Navy supply ship. We are at a point where white supremacy is becoming the operative term for the Department of Defense. And they are on a campaign to remove all of the memorials and honorariums to U.S. service members. Oh, by the way, they removed Medal of Honor winners from the Pentagon website who were women or black. This is really an anathema. And as you see here, the city of Philadelphia in 1934 had no problem honoring the contribution of service members from the time of the American Revolution. My family alone is 157 unbroken years of military service from 1864 till now. And why would somebody think that they should have to degrade the service of these people who strove, gave their blood, sweat, tears, weren't honored, and many of whom died, just to say that their version of America has to literally whitewash the contributions of men, women of color, straight, gay, doesn't matter. When you're part of the team, it's one team, one fight. Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump have turned that into white team, no one else fight. This is a disgrace, and I'm glad to see this monument still stands.